Good evening. So today, from tonight all the way through tomorrow until sundown, is day 47, Hod of Malchut, humility and sovereignty. So we're going to go over 5 steps to having greater gratitude within our own being and in our lives. We have all been given glory in our soul to be able to access the majesty in our lives. When we have Hod and Malchut, we have humility and appreciation for our unique gifts. So take a moment and really think about yourself, maybe pat yourself on the back and say, do you recognize what is actually special in you? Because every person is unique and special and different from the other. Do you have particular talents that you are appreciative of? So we want to be appreciative of the gifts that we have. We all have opportunities in life to show appreciation. So the question is, do we? Do we look at ourselves and our lives with gratitude? Or do we just sort of go along, not really thinking about it? And maybe, occasionally we take a few things for granted. We were all born to be free. Now, history would defy that, but the reality of our existence is an inherent freedom of choice and purpose. In the free world, it is up to us to maximize it and be grateful for it. So we're going to look at 5 ways that we can have a little more gratitude in our lives. So the first thing you want to do is take stock. Willie Nelson once said, "When I started counting my blessings, my whole life turned around." So what we want to do is look at ourselves, look at our lives, and take stock of what we have. So if you actually focus and think about it, once again, putting it on paper, writing it on your cell phone or in your computer, take a look at all of your abilities, because you might have more than you realize when you actually stop and think about it. Think and be grateful for that. Be grateful for your family, your health, your career, your home, your happiness, whatever the things are in your life that are really, wonderful. We want to have gratitude for that and say, thank you. You want to just put it down and get connected to it, see it. Start with the most obvious. Now, maybe it's big things, but we don't want to ignore that which would seemingly be the most minute, because everything counts. So maybe the smile of a passerby, you're looking out your window, you're inside because of the pandemic, and you wave, or you're out your front door looking at people and they wave back. A beautiful white puffy cloud that you might see in a clear blue sky, or maybe a magnificent sunset, or the taste of something really delicious, because there is the COVID-19, so we want to be very connected to those things that are delicious. Or maybe on a hot summer's day, which is coming, something really cold and refreshing to drink. Things that we might overlook and just, oh, wow, that's wonderful. Thank you. Actually say it. Thank you. All refresh the spirit and enhance the Hod of Malchut, the humility in our sovereignty, because we are grateful. Sometimes we can move so fast that we may lose sight of everything that we actually have. In the famous words of Ferris Bueller, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. So we want to look around, we don't want to miss it, and then we want to share our appreciation. Dietrich Bonhoeffer said, in an ordinary life, we hardly realize that we receive a great deal more than we give, and that it is only with gratitude that life becomes rich. Once you've taken a look at all of the abundance in your life, then you want to share it with others. Let them know how much you appreciate them. Share your gifts that you've identified with them. And then exercise some humility and go to people that you may have never shared with and let them know how grateful you are for them or what they've done for you in your life. As moments go by, if you experience gratitude, don't hold back. Pointing out something that you are grateful for can help another to see it as well. Your life will be richer for it and filled with Malchut. Then we don't want to covet what others have. It's actually a commandment. The grass is not greener on the other side. We may think so, but it's not. Whatever you have is yours. Be happy with it. You have no idea what baggage may go along with what the other has. Best to work with what you've got and be grateful than take on someone else's problems and their baggage. Many people deal with money. They've got money, they've got fame. And look, a lot of them, they aren't even happy. Angie Karan is quoted as saying, make peace with your now moment. Live in this very moment and be happy with what you have. Joy will enter our lives when we stop complaining about the troubles that we have and offering thanks for all of the troubles that we don't have. Be aware that you have to fight through some of the bad days to earn the best days of your life. Be grateful for whatever you have been given, because too quickly it can be taken away. Whatever is in our docket of being is ours to hold. Appreciate that which is yours. Now, our attribute of Hod is humility. So we want to own it honestly. Be humble in your heart and to your very core. Having humility keeps us centered and in balance. Arrogance, cockiness, they have no place in a humble life. Rudolf Steiner once said, only a person who has passed through the gate of humility can ascend to the heights of the Spirit. When we are humble in heart, mind, and deed, our spirit and our relationships thrive. And then we want to be grateful for life's challenges. Now, this may seem odd. We are all subject to obstacles and challenges as we go through life. We actually want to say thank you. They come in many forms. Maybe it's work, financial, health, our relationships. We are on this earth plane right now to grow. Challenge challenges us to be our very best. Be grateful for the opportunity to rise to be the best of yourself. It may seem odd to embrace whatever comes your way, the good and the bad. When we look at every obstacle that comes our way as a blessing rather than a curse, our whole perspective shifts. And so do we. We can accomplish more and achieve a state of Malchut, of sovereignty, because we know this too shall pass. Day will follow night, and when we get there, we will be better for it. This kind of attitude takes faith and courage. If you can embrace this perspective, you will go much farther in life and in your experiences. Faust is quoted as saying, a grateful heart is a beginning of greatness. It is an expression of humility. It is a foundation for the development of such virtues as prayer, faith, courage, contentment, happiness, love, and well-being. If we can work on being grateful for everything that we have in our life, even our challenges, the road traveled will be much easier and a lot happier. Having gratitude and understanding for all of life's intricacies will help guide our way toward peace, fulfillment, and ultimate joy. Remember to say thank you. Everybody likes to feel appreciated when they've put themselves out for another. Now, it's always highest and best to do for others without any thought of reward, but hearing thank you warms the heart and fills the soul with sovereignty on both parts. Alfred Painter is quoted as saying thank you is more than good manners. It's good spirituality. Sometimes we are so busy that we can actually forget to say thank you. Manners can just sort of slip away. So take the time to be humble, acknowledge the gifts you've been given, and say thank you. Your enhanced spirituality will elevate you to new ways of being. It is said gratitude turns what we have into enough. So be humble, show gratitude, and life will take on more meaning as the flow that comes with humility and appreciation is filled with light. So just radiate and just bask in the light of gratitude and appreciation. So tune in tomorrow as we move toward Yesod of Malchut, bonding in sovereignty, and how it enriches us. We'll see you then.